One. Welcome to the YouTube interviews, the effects of the COVID-19 on the arts and beyond. My name is Brian Murphy, and I have a special guest today. She is a fitness extraordinaire, and her name is Camila Vinci. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Did I get? Okay. So, how are you doing, Camila?
Great, Brian. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Absolutely. So, you've been living in Cuyahoga Falls for, I would say, almost two or 3 years now, right?
2 years.
2 years. So it's very different from where you're from.
Yes, it is. So I'm from Brazil, actually, from São Paulo area. That is one of the biggest city in Brazil. And I moved to Ohio, to Cuyahoga Falls 2 years ago. My husband got transferred, and here we are.
And have you enjoyed, now if you look outside today, probably something you normally wouldn't see in Brazil, correct?
Oh, yeah. So I was not ready for some snow in April.
Doesn't happen
It's
very
already
often.
spring.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty new for me, like the winter and the snow. We pretty much like don't have snow, not where I live in Brazil, but it's pretty. It is. I like that.
So, I want to get into your fitness stuff because you've started your own thing because of this whole situation. Let's talk about your family. Where is your family right now?
So my family is, we are all from Brazil. I have two sisters, my mom and my dad. And one of my sisters, she lives in Belgium. So she's in Europe right now, where things are not really stable. And my mom is in Belgium with my sister because she had a baby like a week ago.
Congratulations. This is a big deal. And they're in Europe,
Yeah,
which is even a
it is.
bigger deal. Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Now, have you been able to contact them? Have you been able to see them at all through this environment?
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad that we have all this technology to keep us like closer to each other at this time. And I've been talking to them pretty much every day, and pictures and videos every time, which is really good. And I'm glad that they are doing well there.
So, we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago. I'm asking, how are you doing now? I mean, you've probably had to do some transitioning, some thoughts about what to do. How did you, first of all, when this was going down, how did you feel? And then where are you now?
Good question. So I'm doing great, actually. I think that at the beginning, it was quite a shock for me and for everyone, actually, because like 6 weeks ago, we were not even talking about the coronavirus, right?
Yeah.
It was something only on China, and we were not talking about that. And now we are all in quarantine for almost a month. And so, of course, the routine is different and things are different. I am a fitness instructor, a Pilates instructor and personal trainer. And the studios that I used to work are shut down, so I cannot go to the studio. And I really miss like the studio family and members and clients. So we don't know how long this is gonna take.
So,
right?
so you've had to be creative, haven't you? You've had to be creative in what to do. So talk to us about a little bit of how did you transition to this in this venue? How did you do that?
To be very honest, I am not very into like social medias and doing videos and this kind of stuff. But I think that now it's time for us to reinvent our business, to be very open-minded and try some new steps. And now more than ever, we have time. And time is something like super precious. And we have time to think about, to research, to watch some videos and people that have been doing this. So I decided that it was time for me to reinvent my business and start teaching online classes. So
excellent.
That's what I've been doing now.
Good for you. So you've broken out of your shell. You've gotten to this, even though it's uncomfortable, almost where it's comfortable now, because you've been doing it for some time. So here we are a month. This might last a couple months, and they're talking about July. When they are watching this, they might be over by now, but I don't think so. So you're gonna be creating a curriculum. You're gonna be creating the syllabus. So what happens when you start going back to the studio? Where does that all go? How are you gonna deal with that?
So what I love that I am doing now, like teaching online, is that I can teach not only the clients that I used to work here in Ohio, in around my area, or the studios that I used to work, but like worldwide. So it is amazing, like the amount of people that we can achieve with this technology. It is like I've been teaching people that I used to work back in Brazil years ago, like some
Nice.
old clients, family, friends, which is really, really amazing. So I really feel like keep doing this, maybe even if I go back to the studio, because I feel pretty close now to and connecting even more with my clients that I used to work in Brazil. And yeah, some of them are not in Brazil, like are in Europe now, and I can teach them. And this is really, really nice. So
That's so cool.
yeah,
You're right. It's a vast amount of people.
yeah.
And it feels like there's no room for all of us, but there actually is.
Oh yeah,
There is room for all of us. I
there
mean,
is room. I
yes.
totally agree. There is room for all of us, and we have to support each other in these times.
I agree.
You have to build that community, like, and get strong. I can see like the fitness industry and how we are reinventing our businesses, and yeah, we have room for all of us. Definitely we do.
You know, I mean, the dance community, I've had discussions with dancers and people, and the fitness communities are very similar, in which we had stayed in this box in our own little world and we just went down our own route. Fitness really gets that way too. We all get kind of competitive, and you know, being in this environment, realize how small we are and how
Mm-hmm.
many options there are. So why not collaborate, or why not work with somebody who never thought of doing so? When you go into it with an open mind, the possibilities build from those. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's very enlightening almost.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah, I
know,
tally agree.
yeah.
You have to think out of the box, and yeah.
So tell me a couple of the things that you like to do in Pilates class. Give me some. What's like a move? What is your move?
So I always been like super active. I was a gymnast, a circus
Ah,
aerialist, and a Pilates instructor. So I like to move. I do like to move. And now that I am at home like 24/7 every single day, I am moving at home. So I'm creating my own way to move and keep active and at home,
nice.
right? What I did, I have a guest room, and now the mattress is on the corridor, and the bed frame it's up against the wall. So I have my little
This is
tiny little
perfect.
space that I can work out, and then I can teach. So
So
I've been doing
cool.
a lot of like mat Pilates and stretches. It is amazing,
Nice.
like the workouts that you can get with only a mat. If you don't have a mat, it's okay. You can bring a towel or a blanket,
Correct.
be open mind. And yeah, so I've been trying to exercise every day, doing some different things. If I am not like super motivated to do like a full Pilates class, I understand then that's okay. And maybe I will do like a 10 minutes stretch, and my body will thank me for it, right?
They will thank you
So
for that, for sure.
exactly,
For sure.
exactly. So that's what I've been doing, and that's what I've been trying um, to tell my clients and the community and my family and my friends, like to keep them motivated, to keep moving, and always respecting the body and your motivation. Like I heard about a lot of people that are like pushing super hard and
Yeah.
being like overwhelmed with all that motivational pressure during this quarantine. Like, oh my God, I have to exercise, I have to read a book, I have to learn how to cook, I have to do all those free online courses. No, you don't. Like, be kind to yourself. Like, try to be gentle to yourself.
It's hard to do when your personality is when before this, if you were running like a race and then you were you almost take a full stop, the brakes don't always work. So yeah, I want to finish up. You being here and you having family all over the world, can I assume that having this type of media has helped be able to communicate, maybe take some of the pressure off or the feelings of, oh my gosh, how is my family? Oh my gosh. But when you go like this and you see them, has that helped you through this situation?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And again, I'm so glad that we have that technology that it can keep in touch with my family and friends. And what I've been trying to do is to separate into groups, like what I can control and change and what I cannot control. Like, we cannot do a vaccine for that virus, or we cannot cure people from coronavirus. So what we can do, we can keep our routines, we can keep in touch with people that we love, and to support each other, to support the community, to, like, if I know how to teach Pilates, I will do that, like post some short workouts and stretches that will benefit a lot of people. And yeah, so I'm trying to keep in touch with my family, with the Pilates community, the fitness community, not only here, but also in Brazil, supporting each other. And that's my message. Try to do things that you can do, that you can change, that you have the power to change. And don't worry that much with the rest of the things that we cannot change, that it's not up to us, right?
I like to finish on that. I think that that's actually a very powerful message. You can only do so much, and there's certain things you cannot change, but there are some things you can. And just knowing what those are, and just, I love the analogy of looking at this, I can change this, I can't. Okay, let's take that aside. I'm able to do this. Well, I want you to actually say your name at the end here, because I think I got it wrong when I said in the beginning. So go ahead and say your name and where you're from, and then we'll be finished.
Okay, so my name is Camila Vinci, and I'm
Camila Vinci. Camila Vinci.
Perfect.
Yes, there you go. Perfect. I love. You know what? I really appreciate this conversation. I really do.
Thank you so much, Brian.
It was wonderful, and let's keep in touch. And I want to revisit this conversation about 3 months down the road. I'd be curious where you're going to be, what's happening in your life, and what kind of adjustment did you actually make, or that kind of thing. And because 3 months is going to feel different than right now. It's going to just feel different.
Yes.
We don't know what that different is. So thank you very, very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Okay,
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.